Hello guys, welcome to the online class. Today's online class. Okay. Yesterday, in the last class, that is yesterday means that is the last class, we are come across the type of sewerage appurtenances. See, type sewerage appurtenances are nothing but the structural components. Okay, the structural components are so many things. See, we want to lay the pipeline. The sewer line you have to pipe, that is a pipeline, okay, which will carry sewage. This sewer line, while carrying, to protect this and to make it easy flow to reach the sewage, to reach the sewage treatment plant STP. That's why we are going to provide these appurtenances. These appurtenances in the last class we started with the manuals, that manuals and the types of manuals, and then catch basins. Now today I will tell you about briefly grease and oil traps. Okay, the trap means, see what? Trapping means what? Holding. Trap means holding. Here the oil and grease traps or grease and oil traps. These are the traps. See, okay, these are the traps. See, these traps means we are providing some chambers. The chambers in rectangular in shape. Remember it. See, these chambers are having, first I will explain the what you call the function of this chamber. See, because in the examination they will ask this line diagram and explanation, brief explanation about this. Okay. Okay. These traps are provided along with the sewer line. Sewer line and the pipeline. Pipeline which carries the wastewater. Okay. Here this name of this trap is, that is this what do you call, this structure is called grease and oil traps or oil and grease traps. So you know, from the kitchen, so observe here, from the kitchen, automobile service stations, garages, or what you call hotels, wherever this oil and grease will generate from few industries. Okay, this will come to the what you call wastewater. It will mix us with the wastewater. See here, this wastewater creates a lot of problem in the sewage treatment plant. Sewage STP means what actually? Sewage treatment plant. In the treatment system, this oil and grease will produce lot of problem because it's a biological process. Since it is a biological process, biological means microorganisms will digest the food which is available in the wastewater. That is called organic matter. Okay. Now, see, this oil and grease will reduces the process. That is what we are going to do. See, we have to remove oil and grease substances in the sewage before it enters the sewer pipeline. See, in the pipeline, once it is entered, it will straight away it will reach us to the STP. Okay, but here we are going to remove. How to remove this? If you remove, so that the treatment will become faster in the sewage treatment plant. That is the purpose. See, these are the, that is why, see, this is one of the structure called sewer appurtenances. Okay, oil and grease traps. Trap means what? Removal. So, removal of this before entering into the main pipeline, we are going to provide this structure. Okay, this is a rectangular what you call tank it is. See, this is a foundation, and here observe here, this is an inlet, and this is a manual cover. Okay, see, this is inlet means the water which is coming here directly in this tank, it will be stores. Afterwards it will enter through this bend pipe. This is the outlet, this is inlet. Just remember here, you are knowing that, all are knowing that the oil substances, anything if you put in water, along with water, it will floats because the density of oil is lesser than the water. That is why it will floats. See, once it will floats, see, that will be coming to the surface. See, observe here, using that technique, using that principle, see, we are going to separate this oil and grease. You observe here, this is a line, is a top line. See here, oil and grease substances are floating on the surface. Once the sewage, this is from once the sewage or the wastewater enters into this. See, first of all, we are going to provide this structure. See, you have to provide in this structure before reaching the wastewater to the main pipeline of the municipal sewers. Main pipeline, that is okay. Now here what we are going to do is the removal of oil and grease from the sewage before it enters the sewer line. Remember it. It is necessary because of the following reasons. What are the reasons to be considered, or what are the factors to be considered? Okay, and why it is necessary to provide this oil and grease trap. So trap is a simple word. To trap means separation. Trap ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಅಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ನಾವು this structure will be providing near to the located, see observe here, at the places where automobile service station or repair works or shops or garages where oil and grease will be generating. See, that will go to the drainage, that will finally reach to the sewage treatment plant. Before reaching to the treatment plant, we have to construct these structures. Why means, see, to separate oil and grease. See, this will create a lot of problem in the treatment plant. Which one? These oil substances. See, that is why we are going to remove earlier to reach the sewage treatment plant. See, wherever these, what do you call, these shops, that is nothing but these are the sources, okay. This automobile service station or garages or kitchens of hotel. In hotel, huge amount of oil will be used, okay, from the, what do you call, from the hotel, you know. See, and oil and grease industries which are producing oil and grease substances. Sometimes these things will be reaching to the, that means mixing with the wastewater. I want to provide this structure for the removal of this. See, if you read all these things neatly, it will be understood that easily why it is required and what are the important factors to be considered. Okay, now we'll explain only one or two. Okay, remaining thing, everything notes will be given, just to go through. It is a theory in your syllabus. See, in topic number 7, 8, 9, 10, see, because the problems are not there, here there is no problem. You have to write with help of a neat sketch and explain briefly. See, that type of questions will be asking in the examination. Okay, so now here, what are the reasons why these traps are required? See, here oil and grease are entering in the sewer, will stick into the internal surface, will stick to the sewer sides. ನೋಡಿ, ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ ಸರ್ಫೇಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸಿವರ್ ಲೈನ್. ಸಿವರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪ? ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್. ಆ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಆಯಿಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೀಸ್ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡ್ತದೆ. ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ದೆನ್ ದ ಡಯಾಮೀಟರ್ ಸೈಜ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್. ದ ಸೈಜ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಪೈಪ್ಲೈನ್ that will be reduces. Automatically what happens? So it will creates a problem inside. See, so that they may come out of it. Okay, the sewer capacity, it will reduces the sewer capacity. Second one is, see here, the diameter, you observe here, the suspended matter which would have otherwise flown along the sewage also sticks the sides of the sewer. Due to this sticky nature of the oil and grease, okay, further reducing what do you want? Reducing the sewer capacity. See this one. Please go through neatly into this. I can explain very briefly, but everything will be, notes will be given to you, so that this is a theory, okay. And one more thing is, the presence of oil and grease in the sewage adds to the, what do you want, possibilities of explosion in the sewers. ನೋಡಿ, ಆಯಿಲ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಗ್ರೀಸ್ ಕ್ಯುಮ್ಯುಲೇಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಸಮ್ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಷನ್ ಮೇ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್. ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್, ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಒನ್. ಸಿ, ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಕಿ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಡ್ಯೂಸಸ್ ದಿ ಕೆಪಾಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸಿವರ್ ಲೈನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೋಷನ್, ರೀಸನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಿ explosive sometimes, okay. And one more thing is this oil and grease substances, that is a, what do you want, is a fourth one. The presence of oil and grease, the sewage makes the sewage treatment difficult. I was already told you that it will create a problem in the sewage treatment plant. That is why it will affect the biological reaction. That is why these are the main reasons, okay. We have to reduce the content of oil and grease substances before reaching to the sewage treatment plant. Okay, this is nothing but what you call oil and grease trap. Here another one is see, whenever it is coming into the pipeline, it may contain sand or silt particles. See, observe here, sand particles which are present. See, this is the same thing. This is another one type of structure. Here, this is an inlet. This is inlet. Once it is entering, oil and grease, it will float here. And here, these two are baffle walls. See, this will come like this. And finally, it will enter through bottom of this one and then it will go outside. See here, this is a process. Since it is oil and grease substances, settlement will be settlement of, that means settleable particles is going to settle, okay, in the bottom. Structure is same. This is a wall, this is one wall, this is a foundation, and so that this water will enter through this and going like this. Okay, here the main objective of this one is I want to remove what you call silt or clay. This is what you call deposited sand. These impurities which are present inside, this is the chances in this case. Here, this is different. This one is, see here directly the wastewater which is coming along with the oil and grease, it will float like this. See, there is a free board here. The free board means this one. And what is the height of this structure? Everything it has given. And here also distance between the outlet and the bed of this tank. Okay, that also given. And here, why it is bending means the oil and grease will be floating here directly, so that it cannot enter. It will go directly and float on the surface, and that will be removed separately. But oil and grease now we are going to remove separately. This will come from like this, enter to this tank, and again it is a bend, and through this it will enter. Because any oil and grease substances which are escaping into this tank, there are two compartments. Okay, see here, this will again, it will float on the surface. All dimensions, everything it has given. Try to write a very easy figure it is. Try to write neatly along with this. This is below ground level structure. Okay. Next, we'll go to another one. See, this is a new topic and entering into the subject. See now, this is called what you call traps. Traps means, you know, oil and grease traps. Okay, this is a bigger structure, masonry structure, or it may be what you call brick structure or RCC structure, the tank. Here, the traps in your houses. How to use these traps? Traps are nothing but what actually? Traps are nothing but what? What is the importance of traps? See, those things we will study now today. Okay, this is another type. See, these traps are nothing but fittings placed at the ends of the soil pipes or silage pipes. Okay, see here the function and types of traps are in sanitary plumbing system is traps may be defined as fittings placed at the ends of the soil pipe. Soil pipe means human waste. It's a pipeline, pipes which are used to carry the human waste. That is a soil anta karitare, night soil anta karitare, human waste anta karitare. Please remember, these are the different words we are going to use for the human waste. ಈಗ for animal waste here dung anta karitive. See, dung means is a cow dung. Animal dung means that particular. Like this, the human waste is called night soil anta karitare, NIGHTSOIL. Okay, these traps which are providing inside the house, where we are going to provide. What is the use of it? Let us study one by one. Okay, here the traps are important traps in building. We are going to use, see, P traps, Q traps and S traps. P traps, this is a P traps, this is a shape, and this is a Q that is a Q trap. This is if it is in this shape, this in this shape. Just observe the figure first. I will explain afterwards. This is S trap. Okay, here what is this component? What is the importance of this? You are observed in toilet room, here is a commode. Okay, in that commode, now today's are actually what you call European type commode and Indian type commode. See, in this case, particularly European type, in this commode, you can see there is a water stagnant inside. This water is a seal. This is called water seal anta karitare. So that once the waste will go outside through flush out, what happens? See, huge that will join to the pipeline. Suppose in apartments or what you call apartments means number of floors are there. See, another pipes also giving joint. That is a connection to the same pipeline. All the waste will go through the single pipe. Understood? See, this is a network. See, now you are anywhere. Okay, in your even ground floor also, anywhere, this independent house also, this waste which is coming out from your house, it will start entering into the main pipeline. See, the main pipeline means